How much does it really cost to live in Georgia, the country, not the US state? For digital nomads, expats, and remote workers, this small nation tucked between Europe and Asia offers a surprisingly affordable lifestyle, a welcoming visa policy, and a growing international community. But what can you expect to spend month to month? And is it truly as cheap as people say? Let's break it down. Georgia has been gaining popularity among remote workers for several reasons. The country offers visa-free entry or long stays for citizens of over 90 countries, and you can legally stay for up to a year without needing a special permit. That alone is rare. Combine that with low prices and a high quality of life, and it's easy to see why Georgia is attracting attention. But before we dive into numbers, it's important to understand that costs vary a lot depending on your lifestyle, the city you live in, and your personal preferences. You'll hear stories of nomads living in Georgia for $500 a month and others spending $2,000 or more. Both are possible. Let's start with housing, usually the biggest monthly expense. In Tbilisi, the capital and most popular city for expats, a one-bedroom apartment in the city center typically rents for $300 to $500 per month. If you're okay living a bit further out, you might find a place for $200 to $350. Utilities, including electricity, water, gas, and internet, usually cost another $50 to $80 per month. Internet in Georgia is generally fast and reliable, and many buildings in cities have fiber connections. If you prefer co-living spaces or Airbnb rentals, prices can be higher, especially during high season. Some nomads choose to stay in shared apartments or guest houses to reduce costs and connect with others. Outside of Tbilisi, prices drop significantly. In cities like Kutaisi or Batumi, you can often find apartments for $150 to $300 per month, with similarly low utility costs. Batumi, on the Black Sea coast, is especially popular in the warmer months, and rental prices can rise during summer. But it's still much more affordable than coastal cities in Western Europe. Next up, food. If you eat like a local, Georgia can be incredibly affordable. A typical meal at a local restaurant might cost just $3 to $6. A full dinner for two at a mid-range restaurant, including drinks, usually falls under $20. Grocery shopping is also inexpensive, especially if you stick to local produce, which is often fresh and seasonal. Here's a basic breakdown of monthly food costs. Groceries for one person, $100 to $200 per month. Eating out occasionally, add $50 to $100. Eating out frequently, expect $150 to $300 plus. Georgia is known for its delicious cuisine, including khinkali, khachapuri, and grilled meats. Trying local food is part of the experience, and thankfully, it won't break your budget. Now, let's talk transportation. Public transportation in Tbilisi and other cities is simple and cheap. A metro or bus ride typically costs about 50 tetri, which is less than 20 US cents. A monthly metro card costs around $7 to $10. Taxis and ride-hailing services like Bolt are also affordable, with most rides costing between $1 and $5, depending on the distance. If you prefer to drive, renting a car can be done for around $25 to $40 per day, or less for long-term rentals. But most expats don't find it necessary in the cities. Co-working spaces are also a popular option for remote workers in Georgia. In Tbilisi, monthly memberships at co-working hubs like Impact Hub, Local, or Terminal range from $80 to $150 per month. Some spots also offer daily or weekly rates if you're just passing through. Healthcare is another factor to consider. Georgia has a mix of public and private healthcare, and many expats choose to purchase private insurance for peace of mind. Basic health insurance plans for foreigners start at around $30 to $60 per month, depending on age and coverage. Out-of-pocket visits to private doctors or clinics are also quite affordable. A consultation might cost $20 to $40. So what's the grand total? If you live modestly in Tbilisi or Batumi, cook at home, and use public transport, you could live comfortably on $700 to $1,000 per month. If you like eating out, living centrally, and using co-working spaces, your monthly costs might be closer to $1,200 to $1,600. And if you opt for more luxury, upscale apartments, frequent travel, and fine dining, expect to spend $2,000 or more. Let's do a quick example of a realistic mid-range budget for a single person in Tbilisi. Rent, 1 BR, central $400. Utilities and internet, $70. Groceries, $150. Eating out, $100. Transportation, $20. Co-working space, $120. Insurance and extras, $60. Total, around $920 per month. Now compare that to major cities like London, San Francisco, or even Prague. Georgia clearly offers a high value for the money. But again, your experience will depend on your choices. While many find Georgia to be budget-friendly, prices are slowly rising, especially in popular neighborhoods and tourist seasons. And it's always important to double-check prices, visa policies, and housing availability before making long-term plans. That brings us to a key point: do your own research before deciding to move or travel anywhere. Videos like this are a great starting point, but your personal circumstances, lifestyle, and needs may be very different from what's described here. Look up recent expat reports, join online communities, and consider doing a short visit before committing long-term. Georgia isn't perfect, no place is, but it offers a unique blend of affordability, hospitality, safety, and natural beauty that's hard to find elsewhere. Whether you're looking to work remotely from a mountainside cafe, live affordably in a walkable city, or explore a country rich with history and culture, Georgia might just be the place for you. And if you're still not sure, stay tuned. We've got more videos on the way, from the best cities to live in Georgia to the pros and cons of everyday life here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more deep dives like this. Thanks for watching. Are you considering moving to Georgia?